XM 105, Sirius 206, the Opie and Anthony channel. The Ron and Fez show starts right now.
Oh, buddies, it's the Ron and Fez show on a Thursday. 866 Ron Zero Fez. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Just listen to the LCD Boys.
Mistakes all over again. Come on now, we are North America. We're from North
Buddies.
Dance party.
It is, it is a little bit of a dance party. Did you go to the big movie there last night and see them?
Didn't make it.
Hicks was at a movie with me yesterday.
That's
for
right.
Our first time ever. Going out and hanging out. Watching a thrilling little film that would have went back to the 90s, I think. Ultra-violence kind of 90s.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I was brought way back. It was a hell of an experience going there.
What's the name of this? Is
Killer Joe.
Killer Joe. All kinds of crazy people in it.
Great cast.
So violent. So fucking strange. So white trash strange. But, Fez, two things will come up for you that would interest you. A, Hicks did not sit next to me in the screening room. Left a chair in between, even though it was a fairly packed place. And right as it's starting, coming in and sitting right near Hicks, Rex Reed.
Wow.
Who we heard completely trashing Batman.
Oh, he had choice
Really?
words.
Batman. But not even so much Batman the movie, but just Batman. Please.
Oh, just the idea of Batman?
Well, I thought you would be on Rex Reed's side. I thought that was a boyhood idol. He was the template for Fez Whatley. But at one point, he just goes, Batman. Where do they read my review? They're freaking out these other people. And I did send Hicks the review when it came in this morning.
Holy
He just
shit.
Fucking trashed the shit out of it.
Fucking destroyed it. God damn, that guy fucked Batman up. Damn, Rex Reed.
Not a fair fight, though. Batman wasn't there.
Holy shit.
I was fucking laughing. That was a very, very New York moment. But this film is so nuts.
It really is fucking batshit crazy. I was just, at some point, my mouth was just hanging open like, what the fuck?
And I think for the people who didn't kind of grow up on 90s films, they'll really be weirded out that movies are done like this.
Just fucking totally batshit crazy. This shit was going, there's just
Some of the pure violence against women. It was even hard to believe.
just out of nowhere and
Yeah.
fucking super graphic.
And getting major laughs during some of these sex scenes.
Oh, yeah.
McConaughey was just nuts in it, man.
Fucking, Thomas Hayden Church was great.
Yeah, he was. Not exactly a gentleman. It was wild. All right, it's the Ron and Fez show, 866 Ron Zero Fez, 866 Ron Zero Fez, over on the Interrobang. And that, of course, is the prep sheet for the Ron and Fez show. You're able to follow along and be able to check things out. But I was even surprised to hear this. These 6 heirs to the Walmart fortune are worth the same amount of money as the bottom 41% of the country. You basically have one family who is got as much money, assets, as the bottom 41% of the country. And I fucking laugh my ass off because we sit around and we hear that Obama is a socialist, blah, blah, blah. No fucking way. The fact that this even happens, we're more closer to fucking having czars in this country than socialism.
This is fucking, I knew Walmart was big cash.
Right.
I knew, but for just the 6 of them, just to be born with the last, just to be born in that family.
They were born with the last name Walmart.
It's half, they have half the money in America.
41%. A little over 41%. It would have been even funnier if there was only one kid. And he was worth it all.
Really infertile.
But the other thing that makes me laugh is, because anybody who's for this, like, hey, that's great.
Capitalism.
They would not be for this in their sports league. We have no problem capping out guys in our sports leagues or capping out ownership. So suddenly the Dallas Cowboys can't have 41% of the money because, quite frankly, they would. That guy, if he was allowed to just spend whatever, he would definitely go for that.
It would be ridiculous.
But we have no problem with capping that. But here in the rest of the country, and by the way, I'm sure a good portion of the 41% of the poor people work for Walmart. I'm sure they either work or shop at Walmart.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, they're like one of the biggest supplier of jobs or whatever for low-income people. It's come out. That study's come out.
Yeah, and also not living wages, though. You know what I mean? Like, I work at Walmart and I get food stamps.
And if they try to fucking put a union together, then it's on.
Oh, no, they'll crush it.
Yeah.
They'll make sure they destroy that town.
We're taking out all of you.
And any of the roads leading up to it.
With 6 people having that much of the country's wealth, it almost seems like when they say the 1%, that seems too big. Like that would be.
Oh, you're absolutely correct. A lot of people that are in the 1%, like there's a much bigger distance in the 1% than you can even imagine. Because if you make $1 million a year or whatever in this country, you're not a fucking problem to anybody.
No.
It's this family who, quite frankly, didn't do anything but be born into it. Like when you're talking about, hey, you can work hard, and but these fucking kids didn't. They're sitting there in some giant fucking house in Arkansas, wherever they live,
just churning
just
out.
collecting the world's wealth. They got like rooms that look like it's the last scene in Indiana Jones, where it's just a big warehouse filled with mummies and fucking just gold pigs.
Fuck. This is fucking shocking. That
Right.
6 fucking people. It fucking blows my mind. It feels like soul crushing also a little bit. Because maybe if they did actually bust their ass for it and like the crazy conglomerate, it'd feel a little bit better.
Right, like
Just
if it was the dude.
fucking a little bit.
Right.
But just that.
Like,
yeah.
no one ever fucking was, like, screaming shit at Steve Jobs because he fucking came up with it, or the Microsoft guy. What's his name?
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, who really is phenomenal in his thing of, now let me see what I can do with that money.
Just give it away.
Yeah, like, but not just, like, throw it out the window, like, like a drunk.
No, he's actually helping eradicate disease and shit.
Yeah, he's going about it and actually working hard to go, where would this money do the absolute best?
Like, those are guys that have fucking succeeded and failed in life, but these people never had to succeed or fail. It's just a fucking wash.
They didn't do either. They did not succeed. They didn't fail.
This existed, and here, it's $90 billion fucking dollars.
They said one of the kids was born with a fucking top hat on his head and a monocle in his eye.
Shit. Fucking classy, I guess.
I guess. Boy, they're just a rich-ass family. 41%. That actually shocked me. I wasn't even ready for that.
With that much money, you just have to be doing evil shit all the time.
Like, and it's funny, too, when you look over at the responses on the iBank, that some people were like, yeah, well, you got a right in this country to do that. Don't act like you're ever going to be on the level of these people. Like the Trumps look at them and go, where did they get all this fucking money? It's selling shitty goods?
It's these guys in like fucking sheiks.
Right,
Arabic
man.
Sheiks. It's like, that's it. It's oil money and Walmart money. That's the only fucking thing that goddamn matters. It's crazy.
Crazy 41%.
Fucking mind blowing.
I mean, they could honestly buy Kansas and just say, I bought Kansas yesterday.
It's great.
Well, you said they're living in Arkansas, where you could probably get a very huge mansion for a couple of $100,000. So they're probably not even spending any of this stuff.
Ugh. Come on, ball out a little bit.
It's hysterical.
Gumbags.
I don't know how this works out for anybody. I don't know how anyone can say this is good news for us all.
Yeah, they're not, as far as they're not doing anything with the cash.
No, I think that you could be the biggest conservative in the country and look at that and say, that's nuts. That's bananas.
$90 billion.
And again, these aren't even the people who built the fucking company. Just luck. It just makes you want to stare at your dad like, way to do nothing. Why Sam Walmart was running around the country busting his ass.
Fucking buying up giant stores or whatever, wholesaling shit. I don't fucking know how he did it. I mean, all I know is everything there is fucking like real cheap.
Wholesaling shit. Here's Dave in Colorado. You're on Fez.
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, the worst thing about Walmart is back when Sam Walton was alive, he believed in American workers and American. Once he kicked the bucket, everything fucking went to China.
See, I had no idea about that.
Really?
I didn't know that he was like some kind of American thing, because when you walk into those Walmart stores, there's tons of Chinese stuff. And then the balls that they sit around and get mad because the Olympic team was sponsored by a company that manufactures in China, you know, and then these, and I'm talking about the Democrats and the Republicans, put on this little fucking hissy fit, like, what is happening here? It's happened all across the board. And this didn't happen in the last 2 years, 4 years, 10 years. This has been going on for like fucking 30 years plus.
Everything I'm wearing is made in China.
Of course it is. You'd be naked.
American Apparel is like one of the fucking few places, stores that like say we make everything in America, and they're fucked. They're like constantly battling bankruptcy and shit. It's just fucking. It's
the weird thing too is like they should start worrying about it, because this is how shit like the French Revolution starts. You know, when you look around, and if there's a system that people feel like they can't win in, you know, you won't. There's no chance for you to win. That's when people start to lose their shit.
Yeah, when there's no hope, it's like, fuck it.
That's when they start running down the street with fucking hose and torches and shit. Let's go over here to Jeff in Cleveland. Jeff, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie B. I don't shop at Walmart. One simple reason: they keep all their profits, all their money, out of this country.
Yeah, why wouldn't they? They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, some fucking Caribbean or whatever.
What do you think? They've got something in common with the 41% of people? Which, just start to think about it. If you really wanted to have like a poker game against the Walton family, right?
Yeah.
You would have to get 140 million people on the bottom that all put up their shit to say, here's our chips. 140 million.
Against 6.
140 million against 6. And then we're going to fucking sit around and tell kids, hey, anyone could make it in this country. I just think it's so goddamn funny that the same people that don't want Peyton Manning to get paid whatever the market would have, or Mike Vick, or whoever, the fact that if you really look at it, Linsanity could not stay in New York for that same money, because basically that team would have been penalized, because we want to keep people fair. In the private sector, we don't give a shit.
Oh.
We're like, hey, that's great. That's America.
You're doing it, dude.
Not anymore, dude. Not anymore, it isn't. Oh, it's crazy as shit.
It's soul crushing.
Your soul gets crushed.
A lot. It's just reading this is just fucking. Why, Bob? I'm just gonna fucking start doing bath salts, and I'm gonna live under a fucking bridge.
And I know rich people, and there's nothing like this. There's nothing like this.
That's $90 billion at your disposal.
Mary Beth, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hi, I have a spy report.
Spy report, good.
Spy report. Spy report. Spy report.
I just heard that Fred Willard got busted for jacking off in a porn movie theater here in Hollywood.
They still have porn movie theaters?
I know, that's probably the bigger deal. And Fred Willard is 72. I was surprised by also.
You know that he just canceled a mass that he was supposed to do next week.
Looks like he was busy.
Yeah, I guess so. Good, that's a little fucking karma coming your way.
How you like that shit, Willard, huh?
I had no idea that there was still these fucking places to go in and jack to.
He is fucking old school.
Yeah, he is. Like, that just means, like, you got to be around other people jacking before you can relax. Like, you can't just jack at your house. You got we got to jack in public. And we still have cops wandering around caring about this. You know, because it's not like you have that porn section of town like you used to. If anything, it's outside of town, and truckers stop there.
I mean, in New York, they busted up all the fucking jackboots, really. This is what, fucking on 8th Avenue here in Manhattan. That's like, this used to be fucking grimy. Now it's...
Well, because you can have your porn at your house. You don't really need that.
You jizz. You jizz is the shit. Come on, Willard.
You have basically free porn now. So check this out. It's the Tiki Theater on the 5400 block of Santa Monica Boulevard.
Fucking grimy, Willard.
Looks like a great fucking spot.
What the fuck? He's walking into this fucking grimy ass fucking jack booth.
What I love about Fred Willard, this will never affect his career. Not even slightly. No one is thrown off by this. The Tiki Theater.
Wow. That is a fucking grimy hole in the wall.
Where you got to fucking park for it? Down the street?
Though that's a parking lot right there next to the dollar discount.
Just pulling into that parking lot, you're like, what am I doing, man? What the fuck am I doing in
Going
here?
back to the porn theater.
And I mean, does he have to go in there wearing like big fucking fake sunglasses and a wig and shit?
The cop was like, holy shit, it's Fred Willard. Oh, put your dick away.
Here's our buddy Nadir in Virginia. Hey, buddy.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I have a comment on Walmart. I actually read somewhere that Sam Walton didn't want the heirs to the Walmart fortune to get the money.
Well, they certainly, yeah. Like, this is all going down with the Microsoft cash as well. He's like, my kids don't need that much money, you know?
Right.
They're going to get some, but I don't want to turn them into crazy people.
Right. But I don't know, it's just totally ridiculous. These kids, they don't have to, like, work for anything. You're just getting this money.
No,
he's a fucking Roman emperor. Like, you literally could just fucking have whatever you fucking want.
You got a solid gold fucking swimming pool.
Yeah.
And your air conditioner is just solid gold, too.
Baller. Fucking Gates, like, built that castle in Seattle.
All right, it's a small place. There's parking in the rear, they say, and it's open 24 hours. In case you need to go jack off around strangers at 8:30 in the morning. Eric, you're on the Run of Fez show.
I've got two comments. One, the Walmart family. It reminds me of that Johnson & Johnson story about the kids. They're like, well, what do you want to do? It's like, oh, you could buy maps, you know?
Right. That's like when they get the third generation, that those parents have never worked, and then their kids are rich, and they just don't know what to do with their lives. Like, they have nothing to strive for. What's the name of that documentary? Do you remember, Eric?
I don't remember that. I just remember your comment talking about that, and it just stuck with me. But the other one was Fred Willard.
Born rich.
How do you get poor rich? How do you get caught jacking off at a porn place? Isn't that exactly what you're supposed to do? Like, oh, someone caught you doing like how does that work? Like, someone has to turn you in, or the cops?
No, the cops go in there and they go undercover. It's the Vice Squad, but it almost seems like the 1950s that we would even worry about such a thing. Because you're completely right. No one is going to be in an adult theater that doesn't want to be around people jerking off.
Maybe, I don't know, there's movie reviewers, you know? Porn needs to be reviewed also.
I can't imagine, because it's not even done on film. It's probably just a flat screen in there.
Did he never learn to use a computer or a DVD player?
I think he wants to be around other people doing it.
That's
you know what I mean? I think you're basically talking about a Stonewall situation here. Like, why can't those dudes just go to their own fucking spot if that's their thing?
Well, Tiki Theater's got 3.5 stars on Yelp. That's positive.
What do they say about it? Like, this place is great to jack off in.
Yeah, I love this place. Lots of beating off for me over the years.
Yeah, I know the reason why Fred was coming in was he's got this summer TV show that I couldn't even understand. It was called something like "Trust Us with Your Life," and you went in and you told a story, and then people acted it out, and it looked like something that would take place on a cruise ship. It's fucking crazy.
Well, now it's going to get all sorts of press. There's a jackboot violation.
Chris, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Ron?
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, sorry. I was surprised to hear you guys hating on someone with a lot of money. I mean, we've always had huge barons and wealthy people. I don't see the positive or the upside of looking at what someone else has. I mean, the overall standard of living keeps going up for everyone. So someone has $20 billion. Who cares? I mean,
you would care.
Good.
You would care about the fucking 41% who don't. At some fucking point, in the same exact way that you look at the NFL. I mean, to sit around and
You
say,
can't use the sports analogy.
yes,
Ron.
you fucking can, because that is a society that is fucking set up to keep it competitive, much like the United States of America. The fucking game is to keep the money rolling and to keep everybody playing, not to have all the chips end up on one side of fucking people that didn't even work for it. They didn't even fucking work for it.
They just exist.
And to use socialism in this country is the biggest joke in the world. We're so fucking far from that. Obama protects these fucking people, not the 41% at the bottom. That's his fucking job, to protect the fucking rich people. And the guy who replaces him, that'll be his fucking job. Let's go over here to Joker in Louisiana. You're on Fez.
Yeah, hey, Ron. I grew up out there where Southern California, it's set up out there in that Hollywood area, Santa Monica area, where you have Hollywood Boulevard, 1 block away is Sunset Boulevard, and 1 block away from that is Santa Monica Boulevard. And they're all divided up amongst tourists, whores, prostitutes, and then Santa Monica is right in the middle of the gay district. So it's kind of obvious what Fred Willard was doing in there, what he was looking for.
He was minding his own business, hanging out with some dudes that were minding their own business.
He's having a nice jack.
I seriously, I don't even have even the slightest problem with it. But you would be surprised, like, when you're out in Hollywood, because people think, Hollywood, it's closer to old Times Square than it is to new Times Square.
It's grimy like that?
Yeah, man. It can get a little fucking rough.
Oh, shit.
Get a little weird.
Like the Watts and Compton were bad, but
Well, it's a different type of thing where you get, like Times Square used to be, you get a lot of runaways and people who are like, hey, I'm going to show up in Hollywood knowing my life's going to be fucking great. And then when it is, then what do? You fall in with this other crowd.
Get weird.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Hicks. That's the whole scene.
Green Day, baby.
Hicks, you got a fucking funny story, too. Throw him back into this thing. This is about a new business out there.
Okay, so New York Times did a profile on these women who call themselves rush biddies. It's women who are basically tutors to get people's daughters into sororities. Getting your daughter... Now, it's not just now paying an SAT tutor now. Now these people are so badly want their kids into the sorority, their daughters, that they're paying people big cash, like $125 an hour, to teach their daughter how to basically do a job interview to get into a sorority.
So $8K altogether.
And a couple people they're offering for 3 days an intensive course on how to get into a sorority for $8,000.
How about this? Blonde hair and tight abs. I bet they get in.
It's fucking crazy. And these women are talking about how their daughters are calling them up crying because they're not getting into sororities. Like, I can't deal with this, so I'm going to get my fucking daughter a rush tutor so that they can deal with
Mom, Dad, I can't get in a sorority.
It's fucking mind-boggling.
Who would want to be in a sorority?
I've always heard it's networking. That's what I don't know. That's a fucking cliche thing to say. I don't know. I wasn't a fucking frat.
Sammy Salmon, she's a little Syracuse girl. She knows this lifestyle.
Oh yeah, she's all about it.
She could get in a sorority tomorrow.
Oh, sure, definitely.
She wears a nice little dress every day. Her hair is always rocking.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our little sorority sister, Sam. Sam, do you know about the sorority life at all there at Syracuse?
I do. I have a lot of friends in it. I actually started to rush and drop because it's so expensive.
Well, what is expensive?
It's like $8,000 a year to be in a sorority.
I had no idea this. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because you pay for dues. Actually, no, not. But it's at least $1,000 a year to even be in the sorority.
Why? What do you get out
It's
of
just
it?
a club. You party with these people, right?
Yeah, I mean that's basically like you pay for the parties. Like your $1,000 goes to T-shirts and alcohol. And that's it.
But what is the thing that these kids are crushed? I mean, you didn't get it. You're not in one.
I knew a lot of friends that were like crushed because they didn't do well during rush. And
What do you have to do well, though?
well, you have to girl flirt.
All right, help me there. You like
It's girls flirting with other girls during rush. I actually was like laughing because I only went to the first day of rush because I wanted to see how much it cost to see, maybe I'll do it. Like it could be kind of fun. I got a price list and was like, this is not happening.
Yeah.
But literally all you do is you sit there and you try to get the other girl to like you. So it's all you do is girl flirt. That's what people call it.
wow.
I had no idea.
Now, is that one of those deals too where you can
Yeah.
only go out with certain boys from certain fraternities?
I've never heard them make that rule at Syracuse, but I know a lot of girls who the second they got into a good sorority or dropped everybody else they used to talk to
Right.
and only talk to girls in that sorority and only talk to boys that they associated with. And they just
See,
had this
to me, it's
whole
a
new,
little
like,
creepy.
I'm better than everybody else
like a cult.
attitude.
But a sorority, links up with a certain fraternity. And, the
Nah.
fraternity calls them their little sisters or something.
Not
Isn't that
usually,
right?
not at Syracuse. I could see that happening in places, and I could see where that was. But at Syracuse, all the sororities party with a certain amount of fraternities, and yeah, there are the better fraternities, and obviously better fraternities will
what
party
makes
with
a
the better
better-
sororities.
What
But
makes a better
Doctors'
fraternity?
kids. I only like that party with doctors' kids.
they actually, yeah, and a lot of and every fraternity and sorority will have a certain stereotype. Like there is
The date rapists and
yeah, everyone
Really?
has. There's
Like
the
jockey-
fraternities you do not go to. Like there's this one fraternity at Syracuse that a guy got roofied and raped at, so no one even goes.
Dude? Wow.
And no one goes there. And it happened 10 years ago, and it still has a stigma that no
but
one
it makes
goes
it
to
cheaper
this frat.
right?
All right, now,
Yeah,
are you
probably.
happier that you're not in one, though?
Yeah,
or
I'm
you
very happy I'm not in one.
Because you want to keep your freedom to
Yeah,
go and do
I
what
like
you
having
want.
my freedom. I like being able to do what I want on the weekends.
Wait, so they force you to do things?
Well,
like pillow
you have your
fights and
certain
your underwear.
closed parties on the weekends that are with you and another frat, and that no one else from that sorority that's not in there can go to, and they need a certain amount of girls to go.
Sounds like
so
a
yeah, you get
budget
forced
ass
to
Eyes
go.
Wide Shut or something. Like this fucking.
That was a huge leap that you just made.
Well, it sounds like sex. There's sex parties, right? I mean, there's people, a sorority and a fraternity getting together, and they're just getting drunk and fucking
I
each
think
other.
it's more social than sexual.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to keep our social thing together.
Bizarre.
But they are usually themed, and you do usually wear very skimpy costumes. So I would say it's kind of a mixture of
I
both.
kind of think theme parties are stupid to begin with, too.
It's all
Like, can I go out and drink without dressing like an 80s fucking rock star? Could I do that?
Party night, no.
Yeah. I really don't want to come to your anime party. I just want to drink. That's the thing that I don't get into is I don't want to do themes all the time. Why can't we have guac tonight? All right, Alan in Tulsa. Somehow you've hurt his feelings. Go ahead, Alan.
She didn't hurt my feelings, but she was only about 20% right, Ron.
Okay.
I mean, I was in the fraternity, the lifestyle, whatever, for all the years that I was there. But at OU, yeah, don't make fun of it. Never mind. But you nailed it on the head. If you're blonde, if you got a tight stomach, if you're a doctor's daughter, or if you're an affluent daughter or son, boom, you've got it made. And that's for those types of certain social circles. You nailed it exactly. If you're not in that,
You know the weird thing about this is it seems like Hitler would dig this because we're keeping the good genes together,
Yeah.
you know? Like somehow we're
Nice separate
creating
gene pool.
super races of smart, healthy people.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, Sam. If she rushed and quit on the first day, she got the hint that lifestyle wasn't for her. I mean, she either wasn't pretty enough, didn't have enough money, or something else happened where she wasn't allowed in that clique.
So you're saying the only
have enough
people
money.
that would have a beef with it would be jealous people. Oh, you hung up.
Well, I'm not saying I'm jealous, or I don't even have a beef with it. Like, I think I have a lot of friends that really enjoy it. I still go to frat parties on the weekends. I don't have any problems with it. It just wasn't for me.
You didn't want to constantly, and you didn't want to have to start worrying about money.
Oh, yeah,
You know?
I really did not have the money to do that.
All right, well, good stuff, Sam. Thank you.
No
See, she's always on top of the college things where Hicks yells out that crazy, tying in with that weird movie.
It's just what it sounds like. It sounds like everyone's just fucking each other. And they're wearing costumes, so
Yes.
just like it.
That was like the least sexual scene that you've ever seen in any movie.
Fucking whacked out.
We're all wearing these tiny little fucking masks.
Yeah. With giant noses and shit. Bizarre.
Mac, you're on the Run of Fez show. Mac. You're gone, Mac. Fez Watley, what do you got, buddy?
On the IB wire, this thing that's going on, CNN had this report talking about fathers who feel like they've lost their own chick when their daughters start dating.
Yeah, I saw this story, and the basic thing is the fathers take such ownership of their teen daughters that when these daughters start to really fall for someone, their fathers feel like jilted lovers.
Whoa.
And for some reason, we're not acting like this is nuts. Just because it's been around for a long, long time. But it is fucking bananas. It's sick. You can't let yourself think that way about your own children. Or else you're heading on some kind of weird Sandusky trip.
This is fucked up. It's your daughter. She should be with dudes or whatever. I don't know.
But see, there's a selfishness that happens sometimes in parenthood where the people think that the family is there to please them.
Okay.
So, in other words, well, now who's going to, worry about me, or my wife goes out and does stuff, and my daughter used to be there, to take care of me. And it's all about fucking me, rather than the fact that you're supposed to be raising these people to get up and move out on their own.
Yeah, and leave and become adults, right? So if they're getting fucking jealous that they're with a dude, that's
sick, right?
It's fucking creepy.
It's very sad. My little brother is one of those guys who is like, has 3 daughters and is like, oh, I'm going to terrorize the first guy that knocks on the door asking them out. And it's like, why? Why would you terrorize a person?
Because that's his.
Unless you're trying to run him off. Now, in my family, I think we had a different dynamic where I believe my mother was jealous of my sister and her relationship with my dad.
What?
Because she was the one girl in the family, and my father just doted on her. And spoiled her rotten in a girl way.
I don't think that that's a different dynamic. That's the exact dynamic that we're talking about. Now, did your dad get jealous of her when she was dating and stuff?
Yeah, that happened too, because I remember...
This is the exact story, not the opposite story. This is the story.
I remember she had a date come over to pick her up. Of course, it was the insisting that he meet him, and then set me and my brothers up to, just harass him when he came in the house. Told us to throw socks at him and everything, just to make him as uncomfortable as possible.
I would have to go in there and start fighting your whole fucking family.
Fucking throwing socks at him. Weird.
That must have been just a fucking house of lies. Just a complete fucking house of horrors that Watley grew up with. Whatever has turned him off to sexuality completely, I can't imagine the shit that he saw. The fucking noises that he heard. That just freaked out his young jelly mind.
Smells and the...
Oh, God.
The fucking, just the juices everywhere.
That was a sick fucking house you grew up in, huh?
Really
disturbing.
The more you look back on it, the more disturbing it seems.
Well, this is the first time for me. So, yeah. You think that's why your head's so fucked up?
It could be, yeah, because there didn't seem to be a lot of normal relationships.
Oh, God.
Throughout the family.
Don't even tell me too much. Oh. Fucking throw up in my mouth.
I mean, I didn't know who my grandmother was married to. Because my grandfather and my uncle both lived in the. My uncle lived with my grandmother and my grandfather's brother. And when I was little, I didn't know who went with who.
Well, is that because you were stupid, though?
Well, there was a lot of that, and the fact that they slept in 3 different bedrooms.
Right. Nobody had sex around there, and when they did, it was inappropriate. I can't imagine what took place. You had to have something fucking crazy for you to hold on to your virginity this long. Do you even know anybody in your age group that's still virgin?
No.
Or even heard of anyone?
No. No, I would have to go to Stalker Patty.
Does your family know that you're a virgin?
You know what? They've never said anything, but I'm sure they know. I mean, I've never, ever had, a steady girlfriend or boyfriend that I brought around.
Or even an unsteady one.
Something.
Maybe your dad was holding on to you.
Oh.
Fez didn't even move out till he was 30, and his dad gave him a Hallmark card with, please don't do this written inside of it.
Yeah, it's don't leave us.
What?
Yeah.
Were you the last kid to leave, or was there someone else?
No, I still have my little brother, who is much younger than the rest of us.
Okay, that's fucking strange. I'd go as far as say that's unhealthy. To have your parents
You ever
say, "Please
bring
don't
any of
leave."
this up with your shrink?
Yeah, because I've said, I've brought up the thing that I've complained about my mother. Why did I stay till I was 30? Because the two things just don't make sense.
Nothing makes sense. I mean, to stop at 2, that's crazy.
That I never heard that Hallmark card thing. That's fucking real creepy, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, that was on my 30th birthday. Just a couple years ago.
Really?
Mm-mm. He's really old. He's really old and virginal. Do you even still have a shrink, or you don't?
I don't go all the time now, but I'm in the process of trying to get in to see another one. So I've kept this one until I can get in there.
When's the last time you saw him?
Not this past Monday, but the Monday before.
What did you talk about that time?
Just the fact that I'm not getting any better, that I'm still a nervous wreck.
Just go there and curse that guy out. Just treat him like shit. What's he going to do? You're paying him.
The guy will take it for that money. I would too. Call me whatever you want. TikTok, more cash.
Fucking make it rain there.
He should fucking just have an office made out of Watley's money that Watley has to crawl into.
Maybe he'll give you a Hallmark card when you leave.
Please don't leave.
So fucking crazy. Not one thing's gotten better in your head?
No, I'm still as anxious as could be.
What are you anxious about?
Just anything. Leaving the house, it was like something horrible is going to happen today. It honestly felt like I was walking out on a shooting range. And I was going to get hit by a bus.
This was this morning?
Yeah.
You just had a doom feeling?
Yeah.
I had that about you too. I had a dream that you were going to get killed today.
Holy shit.
But I thought it was going to happen after the show, not before. You thought before?
Yeah, it actually felt like I was trying to, I was some sort of animal trying to sneak across the plane before a lion or tiger got me.
Well, see, here I was thinking he was talking about an airplane. Why would an animal be sneaking around a plane? I would be really nuts.
It was like snakes on a plane.
Oh, Watley, you crazy fuck. You poor crazy fuck. Poor fucking ridiculous bastard. Nothing helps.
It is. It's just crazy. I was really doing the thing. I heard a fire truck going and did the thing where I turned around to see if I was dead on the sidewalk.
What? What do you do?
He's talking about that on the air. How do you ignore him? Every time he hears a fire whistle or something, or an ambulance, he looks on the ground to see if like he's already dead.
Oh shit!
And like he's a ghost.
And I just don't realize it. If
like
it's
he's in a movie.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that would at least mean that you believe in an afterlife. Like for saying a guy who's an atheist, that's at least a spiritual feeling that
With a
somehow
soul.
it goes on. Just see the fish pictures on the iBank today? It just looks like swimming dicks.
Fucking love it. Love a cockfish.
It's so disgusting.
Uncircumcised, too.
We're like...
fucking silly as fuck.
I think they say there's something like 1.5 million species on this planet, and at least 3 or 4 times as many that haven't been discovered because they're microscopic. And when you get microscopic, those things are that fucking cockpit of that fish would look better than anything else.
Well, yeah, they found those like creepy like tree cockroaches on that random island.
That was great, wasn't it?
Fucking, they were gigantic. It was fucking horrifying.
And their only thing is to hold on to this rock. Just hold on to this rock and try to survive.
These cockfishes are so fucking
disgusting.
It's just fucking weird. What's this thing's purpose? Just to be a cockfish?
Chris, you're on the Run Fez show.
It's not even hard.
Hey, buddies. Just want to say Fez is more likely to get caught by a bear on the way to work. See ya.
I get you.
Duh.
Dustin, you're on the Run Fez show.
Yo, how you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, Fez should look into talking with Cinda Bassett. She does commercials all the time on Sirius XM, especially on this channel about trembles and nervousness and fear and dread. I mean, I think it would probably help them.
He never looks into anything that could actually help him. Hey, we got more of those pictures up of the guy who lost his arm.
Oh no, the gator dude.
Yeah, this I think is coming in from some listeners that were there, and it is insane.
That is a giant.
There's the
fucking
gator's gigantic.
Oh,
there he is.
Oh,
there's the arm.
Pull the arm out of its gut.
And Fez was the one who knew this because Fez said that thing had been swallowed whole. Remember the last time we talked about it?
Yeah.
And I hadn't even known it. I'm like, what are you talking about? So I just thought it bit it off.
Oh, that picture's crazy with the fucking gator still alive and just gnawing on the arm.
Yeah.
In the water. Fuck.
He's taking it around like enjoying it.
It's so creepy that picture of the guy pulling the arm out of the gator. It looks like he's pulling a whole person out.
And then there's a gator just swimming around with an arm like he's so fucking happy with it.
It's a fucking nice snack.
That's one of the species.
First, we gotta take care of the fucking cock animal fish, and then we should take care of the gators. What are they doing?
Take care of them? Take care of them?
Yeah, take care of them. Come on. Let's go.
You hate the other species.
Yeah, I do. I don't like them. They fucking hurt humans. And the cockfish are just disgusting.
I would destroy every other species except for otters. Because they're like funny and they like water slides.
Furry.
I might even open up a water park that just has like wild otters all over the place and you can fucking slide with them.
I mean, that's a surprise for the kids.
And the adults. Why wouldn't the adult like it? That is just fucking nuts. Is Kokomo back today?
No, Kokomo's not back.
How's his back?
Let's see. He sent me an email about what he tore. He tore something.
You're kidding me.
According to his,
Is Sam in today?
Sam's in, yeah. And Anna.
I mean, not Sam, Anna. We haven't seen Anna in months.
I know. What the fuck? I have her doctor's note that she provided.
Let me say it. Who would get a doctor's note for their internship?
I don't know. Well, I let her bring it in anyway, just to fucking make sure.
Just to see?
Yeah.
What was wrong with her?
She said she had like flu-like symptoms.
She's able to return to light work duties.
That sucks, because I was going to have her just move a lot of equipment around today.
I think radio's pretty light, no matter how you look at it. That's so cute. I would never think to... I didn't even know a doctor's note even existed. I know I heard about it in movies, but I didn't know it happened in real life.
Only doctors know I need dog or scripts, baby.
Oh,
Come
stop
on.
it. Stop talking about pills like they're good.
He strained a tendon in his lower back while playing some b-ball. And he got some pain pills out of it, so I'll have him bring those in to make sure that he was.
Is he playing in an actual size court? A little fucking tiny bastard.
He had to be half court. That guy ain't playing full court ball.
No way.
I think he's down West 4th in the cages, just fucking going nuts.
Playing against fucking these street ballers.
Yeah, he was doing an and one, you know? He was on the mixtape. They played the Radio Shark rap song, like, oh shit, we gotta get this guy on the court.
God, we got some fucked up kids. My kid's out of his mind, man.
Oh yeah, he's fucking shot. Come here from fucking Minneapolis, just on a whim, pretty much.
We stick him in this fucking place with this asexual virgin, and that's who he's supposed to be mentoring. Why don't you start an asexual club, Fez?
Yeah.
I feel like I would be the only one in it.
No, there's other. I saw them on the fucking news before. They did this thing called Freaks of the 21st Century. It was you, someone born with giant balls, two-headed motherfucker.
The two twins
hermaphrodites
fused together at the head.
I wish that you would just be asexual and not this the gay virgin thing, because it leaves you too open to people calling you a liar.
Well, I'm not lying. I am completely gay.
You can't be until you do. You just can't say it, or else fucking Hicks would be a college professor. If you could just say what you declare yourself.
I'm up for tenure this year. It's going to be great. Then I can just do whatever I want and they can't fire me.
If you really, seriously, if you could just say whatever you want it to be and you were it, we'd have a lot of professional quarterbacks. I'm a professional quarterback, too.
I've won 4 Cy Youngs in a row.
Like, if you met a guy and he said he was a professional quarterback, but he wasn't assigned with any team and he didn't play, would you call him a professional quarterback?
No.
That's what I'm talking about. You've just made my point. You have to do something to be it.
I do something. I think about it. I fantasize about it.
I do the same thing when I watch sports. It doesn't make me the fucking forward for the 76ers. I'm watching a game, fucking holding on to a ball the whole time. I didn't do any commercials. I'm just doing fake shots from the outside.
Draining them.
Yeah. You would have to do it.
I have all the same attractions of a gay man.
Right, but you're not doing it. That would be the thing. That's why those Alcure guys wouldn't accept you and take you out like they said they were going to do.
Now it all makes sense.
They probably think that you're a wannabe. Here's Barry. Barry, you're on the Ron Fest show.
Hey, I just wanted to say I have a good friend who I've known him for years, right? And he, we hang out, we drink beers and all that stuff, and we have a good time. But he doesn't like girls or guys. He's asexual. I go over to his house, and it's just him. He's not. It's perfect. That's exactly what Fez is, right? Am I right?
That's how we've always accepted Fez all these years, as being a happy and comfortable asexual, until a shrink changed his mind. John in D.C.
Hello, Ronnie B. Hey, Fezzy, I'm the president.
No, that requires you being elected by the people.
Right.
And sworn in.
Yes, doing something. You are right. It takes action to be that thing. That's his point completely. Everything else takes action. You just think that you could declare it. You think that you would just fucking went and done anything so you could have shut us up by now.
Let's give it.
That's what we're trying to do.
It's like give a hand job. I mean, that should be the easiest thing possible.
Now, here's the thing. Fred Willard has never said that he was gay. We believe he is.
He's gay now.
Because he got busted in a fucking gay movie place. How weird that just yesterday he canceled on us. Well, we never had him 100%, but
it was 10.
It was based around when he got this one TV show. So he was either going to do it on Thursday or a Friday. And we were like, come on, dude, you got to fucking say so.
Yeah.
And then somebody, and I'm not going to say who, really buried it into the thing. So where I'm like, is there anything else before I leave? Oh, yeah, Fred Willard canceled. And this is how I have to, after I'm hearing the tiny, stupidest fucking news things.
Well, you know what? That's what he gets. That's what Willard gets. He gets to fucking get busted for jacking his cock in some fucking theater.
I actually had to go so far to go, all right, what about the Fred Willard Unmasked? Oh, that's canceled. What? And this is after I'm hearing stuff being read to me off a list like, we've got new computer paper. So if anybody wants to print anything, new computer paper is in.
Here it is.
The waste paper baskets are going to be washed. So Friday between 1 and 3, you won't have any waste baskets. But if you put it in a bag, we can put that in the baskets after.
I'm not fucking throwing anything out. They're not gonna have to. They have to drag that fucking box out of my head.
I never even seen you try to throw anything out other than on the floor.
Look, I'm keeping my fucking area pretty under control in the office.
We've put a tape up today. I think Pips found it. Just straight crazy pussy. It's 8 minutes long, and I want to play it all. It's fucking fascinating.
Shit.
I sat this morning and played it twice.
Fuck, that's some crazy ass pussy.
It is.
Oh shit.
And maybe I'll have our girls even critique it at the end to see if they understand how crazy women are. Let's break, and when we come back, we're going to play you some of the craziest ex-girlfriend thing. And I wonder if women even know how nuts they can be. Like,
no, they don't.
It's almost... Well, what time's that happening?
In 15.
All right, so then I don't have time to play this.
Should probably wait till after.
God damn it. And then when's the next one?
About 45 minutes after that.
Because we got Matthew Willard stopping by today. You know him as the SLC punk.
And serial killer from Hackers.
Oh, that was his name?
Yeah, serial killer. Emmanuel Goldstein, his given name, but in the hacking world, he was serial killer.
Because he was actually even a real fucking serial killer in Scream.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was a fucking dude. Fucking murdered everybody.
Why do we love that stupid movie Hackers so much?
I know. I watched as a child. I was like, "Oh, hacking's cool, yeah." And then I saw
hacking is cool. You can't get around that.
And that movie, which has no basis in fucking reality,
none
at all, was like, I was like, "Holy shit!" They go into 3D fucking landscapes and shit when they're fucking hacking. And Penn Jillette protects fucking giant computer corporations.
Oh yeah, that's right. Penn Jillette was in that movie.
He's like the system administrator or some shit.
Penn Jillette, like back in the old days, was one of the first people who was like completely into computers. That was like a celebrity. And
great.
like he would be like, fuck the TV, it's all about the computer.
Oh, you're silly, Penn.
It really was kind of weird because you weren't really paying for it. Hold on, Lady Trucker has a question for Fez. Her and Fez are very, very close. Go ahead, LT.
Yeah, Fezzy, I'm curious. Have you ever masturbated outside the walls of your house?
That's none of your business. I'm
It
not
is an
giving you trucker fantasies to take on the road.
It is an interesting question, though.
No, I have not.
Oh, come on. It's great. I fucking jack off here. It's fucking fine.
Man, what about Dave's jack stories?
Oh, that's just fucking blows everything away.
Somebody said that you and Dave jacked in stalls next to each other while you were saying each other's names and touching hands under the
No,
stalls.
that never happened. We've spread this crazy fucking rumor.
I started it, but really trying to get it going.
No, that never happened.
I've had Pips say it to a couple people.
Pips, come on.
And I told Leeds.
Leeds doesn't even know that.
He doesn't pay attention anyway.
Leeds used to think I was Dave and that Dave was me when we first came over here.
The weirdest thing about Leeds is that he did no drugs in his past. And you would swear that he did lots of them.
He's wild.
Let's go over to, all right, before I get started on this, I want to bring up this story. The Penn State kids are now taking turns guarding their Joe Pa statue.
Oh, my God.
Because someone flew over on a plane with one of those things that said, tear down the statue or we will.
Fuck. It's like a Big Brother stunt.
It's going to have to go down because of this kind of shit. You can't have kids.
They'll put it in storage somewhere.
Yeah, you can't have kids with axe handles. Well, if they would just move it to another part of the campus, probably people would forget about this story. But here's the weird thing. The next generation of kids won't care about that old man one way or another. You know what I mean?
No, it's dumb.
And they wouldn't, even if the scandal didn't happen. It's like when you go to some school and there's some picture of some guy there, you're like, whatever, I don't give a fuck.
Is he here now? Nah, dog.
Then I'm done with it.
Let's go to the sorority party.
The hate people who have never done anything to protect kids, in their life, they've only been ignorant themselves. But now this hate and grabbing torches and wanting to burn down Joe Paterno's house, it goes to show you this weird American thing that we have, that we want to be there for judgment when anybody else hits the floor.
Oh, yeah.
We who have done nothing want to judge the most.
Mm-hmm. Love to fucking get at that old man. I'm surprised they don't fucking try to take out his grave or some shit.
They may. By the time this thing is over.
Just dig it up.
Right.
Steal the body.
Not that anyone ever said that Joe Paterno himself ever did anything to a kid. He was just an old man who didn't pay attention to what was going on around him, which sounds like America to me.
Yeah, he was real old. He was like in his 80s and shit.
Well, this free report is showing he was part of a cover-up. There's no need to celebrate that man with a statue.
The statue was already there. And he's not being celebrated for anything that he did off the field. It's on the field of this college fucking football religion that so many people act as so great, which I already think has been nothing but fucking corrupted. I think to fucking celebrate any of those guys who made millions while the kids make nothing is fucking nuts.
I've always hated college football.
It's stupid. And yet, that false thing now we act like is important. And that's that thing, to sit in judgment, when you yourself are ignorant about what goes on around you. You could say it about most people. Brian, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, I had a tendency to disagree with you because I know friends of mine who went to Alabama and they went there because of Bear Bryant. It was handed down to them. And I think people who graduated from Penn State or were part of the program are unfortunately going to have to talk about the football program, and I think Paterno's always going to be a part of it.
Yeah, but these kids don't know who Bear Bryant is. It's like bringing up the name Babe Ruth. It's not really about him. And they probably also grew up in Alabama, and that's why they're obsessed with Alabama. You don't walk around Michigan having people talk about the greatness of Bear Bryant. That doesn't fucking happen. These are just like local legends. But this statue will have to come down. Let's go over here to Paul in Detroit. You're on Run of Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, I think you're missing a little bit of the responsibility Joe had here. When it came down that this was going on, he specifically sent emails that I'm nervous this is going to corrupt our program. Have this guy just stick around in some other capacity, don't tell anybody. And more kids were raped because he didn't report it. He's literally responsible for the second half of the kids that got attacked.
Oh, yeah, I've heard the story time and time again. Appreciate it. Jake, you're on Run of Fez.
I think they're full of shit, and what that guy just said has never been documented for public record or anything. It's just like always, a bunch of guys that have no athletic ability whatsoever bashing one of the greatest icons in college football history.
Well, I really do think it's more about the fact of no one wants to see anything for the complexity that it is. It's just simple. Joe Paterno's great. Joe Paterno's shit. It doesn't matter what side they're on, as long as they don't have to fucking think about it at all. Let's go over to Chris in Philly. You're on Fez.
Hey, Ron, I'm a Penn State alum, and I'm not at all dismissing how horrible what happened was, but but so many people, like whether media, whether columnists, or the hosts, they all want to see how strong they could be and how tough they could be about it. Like, they all try to top each other on how outraged you are by the story. Like, well, shut down the football program. No, better yet, shut down the university. Better yet, New Pennsylvania. We'll show you how tough we are. And it just gets to be, like, just people want to talk tough about it, and they never did anything about it to begin with.
Yeah, I agree 100% with that part of it. Like, if they really had these big feelings, they would be going out there. There's plenty of fucking groups that protect kids that could use help. Money or physical help. And yet people are never involved in that. Let's go over to Bobby. Bobby, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, Ron and Fez, how we doing, gentlemen?
Good, buddy.
I just wanted to say I'm a huge Oklahoma Sooners fan. I go down every year for a game. I'm actually going this year to the Notre Dame game. But there's a book out called The Life and the Crimes of Oklahoma Football when they were on their huge run in the 70s when Barry Switzer was the coach. And if you read this book, some of the most disgusting shit happened under his tenure as a coach. Like, I'm talking rapes, shit like that, shootings, assaults. And when you go down there, Barry Switzer is regarded as a god. And I'm talking about the Bible Belt.
Yeah, because he brings in money and he brings in power and he brings in wins, and at the end of the line, that's all we care about. We certainly don't. Any of these people who fucking say they care about kids would take a long look at fucking the college football and what it does with fucking kids. They would take a long look at it. But that would take time and thought.
No time for that. There's instant reactions are all people want to do. Just fucking emotional.
They waste their fucking grunting words that they throw around. God, it's embarrassing. Ben, North Carolina, you're on Run Fest.
Hey, Ron, I was a big fan of O.J. Simpson growing up. As a kid, I idolized that guy, and I refused to believe that he killed those people. But once the evidence came out, fuck O.J., fuck Joe Pa. What happened was wrong. And you're right, it's not that simple, but, man, he covered some shit up.
You know, the interesting thing there, because O.J. has been kind of etched out of stuff. Then they tried to bring him back a little bit until the second bus went in. But the guy was a phenomenal football player. I mean, if you want to sit down and watch the reels of him running, one of the greatest of all time. And we kind of cover it up because it's unpleasant. We don't want to be around anything unpleasant.
Yeah, you can't bring him up. Well, he'll probably die in prison at this point.
And now it's even like weird shit that they finally got him for. It's like, what?
Busting up some dude trying to sell his memorabilia on eBay?
Going in there with a gun.
Well, did he have the gun in his hand?
I thought he did.
No.
I think he was with two other dudes I think he was with.
No. He didn't have a fucking gun. It's fucking crazy the way we get in this country.
Gone for something.
Are we going to stay on or are we breaking?
I think Matthew's on time, from what I heard.
What's that mean? On time for what?
for here.
Yeah, but what is the time?
5 minutes.
All right. Where's Watley going?
I guess he's going to
stand in the hall.
See what's what.
On the what? Have we given away any Matthew Willard stuff for first responders? Got some cool stuff signed?
We're going to get some fucking cool stuff.
All right, first responders, be ready for that. That's at Matthew Willard. He actually has directed a movie called Fat Kid Rules the World. And I guess that it's based on one of these young adult books, which are like the only kind of books left.
Yeah, the YA is what the fucking people call it.
I always thought they were books about Y.A. Tittle. And I'm like, how much can you write about an old giant?
This is an entire genre for tweens.
Guy, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, guys, I don't understand why they would want to cover it up. Why would they feel that would
harm the football program. They weren't condoning this to say, hey,
Because they don't want to do anything that stops money even for a second. The entire fucking concerns of these college football programs are money.
And that entire fucking town. And probably the towns around it just depends on that college.
Yeah.
And the college is the football program. If the fucking football program didn't happen, it'd be fucking...
We are insane the way we let these college football, and to a lesser part basketball programs, take over schools. It used to be something that kids would do after school. And now it is basically the entire reason for having a school. And any college professor who goes, hey, this kid is not getting the kind of grades to be in college, I will fail him, is treated like a maniac.
Yeah, he's a traitor. He'll get fucking railroaded.
Because they don't care about anything but winning.
It's fucking nuts.
Because it brings in fat cash daddy. The other really funny thing is, don't we still play Rock and Roll Part 2 at all the football stadiums?
Yeah.
Da-na-na-na. That fucking guy's a ped. This fucker would get on a plane to go over and get underage fucking children.
Him and Sandusky should fucking party.
Well, you can't. Sandusky's deep in jail.
You could visit him. Conjugal. Oh, he's just too old. Or they get jacked together. And then Fred Willard could show up too.
None of the stuff that you're saying has any basis in reality whatsoever.
So I'm just saying this is a hypothetical. It's a hypothetical.
There's no way Sandusky's going to be told, Gary Glitter is here to see you. It will never, ever happen.
And it's your lucky day, Sandog, because you guys are going to get in that fucking trailer and do whatever you want for a half hour.
No one's ever called him Sandog.
I bet people have called him Sandog.
Never once. They even brought that up during the trial.
What?
They said, have you or now or ever had the nickname Sandog? And he's like, absolutely not.
Crazy. I think that's the obvious nickname.
What's the X song that's in this movie, too, X? Did you ever look that up?
No, I didn't see that on the soundtrack.
Oh, is that right?
No, I didn't see the soundtrack.
All right, so let me tell you a little bit about this thing. It's kind of a freak becomes friends with a geek, and fat kid doesn't fit in anywhere. Little on the suicidal thing. Discovers a little punk rock, and it kind of saves his life.
Fuck yeah!
Do you remember when you discovered punk?
Yeah, it was probably right before going. No, actually, no. I mean, that you count Green Day as that pop punk shit. That was like my first album.
Was it really?
And then went on to Rancid and
That
shit.
is so fucking cute.
That and then Sublime was the next CD I got.
You with your little Green Day album, I would have loved
Dookie.
that.
Hell yeah, loved it.
We ought to do a thing for the iBang, and we'll keep it going like we do with some of the movie stuff. Is albums that must be listened to in full.
Okay.
Because we live in a thing where Pips, to him, songs just come in one at a time, like singles.
It's like, oh shit, get on the iTunes, dog.
All right, so Matthew Willard, we brought up so many of the great movies he was in, and just recently in The Descendants. Yeah. But this thing is a film director, very surprising. He put together a terrific film. Let's bring in Matthew Willard.